It's the 64 Showcase! Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and more intense than a showdown in the Old West. Hello everybody, it is me, your good friend and announcer Sparky, coming back to you with the Mario Party 2 CPU Tournament. We're here everyone, this is Westernland, and the next stop for our tournament to see who is truly worthy of the title of Superstar. If you haven't watched the first part yet, please do. We had a very exciting game in round 1, where crazy stuff happened right at the beginning and crazy stuff happened right at the end. You definitely don't want to miss that, especially considering we kind of spoil the winners here. Third and fourth place from round 1, Luigi and Yoshi are here to take on Princess Peach and Donkey Kong, who have not had a chance to participate yet. But we are moving forward with our tournament, getting here to Westernland. This is a pioneer town of the Old West. A steam engine's whistle echoes across the prairie. You shall become deputies. It's your job to keep the Wild West peaceful. Your objective this time? Is to defeat Bowser the Brash, the scourge of this quiet town. Defeat Bowser to become the superstar of Westernland. Good luck. And now we must decide turn order, and I gotta say, one of the best features of this game is just seeing Donkey Kong in all of these outfits. He's so derpy, but it's so amazing to see him wear a cowboy hat and such. Anyway, we're taking over for Luigi for the moment. And rolling a 10. Seems like I have a bit of a lucky touch with these dice rolls. DK is second. Yoshi is third. And Peach is fourth. But going last doesn't necessarily mean defeat. It doesn't necessarily mean a disadvantage. Round 1 proved the game's not over until the last die is thrown. Moving on, we get our 10 coin present. And good luck on becoming the superstar of this land. The first star is located fairly close by, I think. 20 coins to the star. And right down here, we've got our baby Bowser. Now, let us jump in and adjust our settings real quick, because this game does not save settings between rounds. Alright, with that all set, we are ready to begin. Luigi starts us off with an 8, a strong roll right off the bat. If he wins the next minigame, he is already right in line to get a star. Donkey Kong follows up with a 6. Not quite as strong, but still relatively decent. He is also in line to get that star already. Little Yoshi, we're also rolling a 6. We're at the beginning of the game still, so there is no duels active, thankfully. But that'd be nuts if that was active all game. And a third 6! We are summoning the Beast of the Underworld with a 666. How interesting. Is that a premonition for things to come? Let's find out with Platform Peril. We did see this minigame last time, and I would like to mention, hopefully poor Luigi's luck improves a bit from the last game. And hopefully Yoshi has a better game as well, because despite starting out incredibly strong on his first roll last time, he did not have much luck going forward for the rest of round 1. That's why they're here in round 2. I have to say, in this version of Platform Peril, it is also pretty easy to get in the way of each other. But that didn't seem to happen this time, as Donkey Kong has taken the first minigame victory. And also scoring himself 2 bonus coins. Taking an early lead, but an early lead does not necessarily mean anything in a game of Mario Party. Luigi, another 8. He can't get the star, but that won't stop him from... Oh, wait. he could potentially still get that star depending on what DK rolls here. And he rolled a 1. So Luigi still in line to get a star, he just needs one measly little coin. Everyone making a beeline for that star. It is still anyone's chance at victory here. Except for Princess Peach, apparently, who rolled the 3 and landed on a red space. Next up, we've got a new game, 1 versus 3, Shock, Drop, and Roll. Princess Peach controls the spinning of a turbine over a grid of electricity, and she tries to knock everyone off. This is an interesting game because it could really go either way. There's no clear player that has the advantage here. It's pretty easy to keep yourself aboard the turbine, but it's also pretty easy to shift control and trick people. So far, Princess Peach is not having any luck of knocking anyone off. Knocking off harder computer players is a bit difficult from my experience. She knocks Donkey Kong down, but it is not enough. The time runs out, and the team of 3 takes it. Which does indeed give both Luigi and Yoshi, who are right there by the star, enough coins to get it. Though Luigi rolls first, and he's 1 space away, so I guess he's going to get it. Luigi hitting that dice plug. That's Luigi's 3rd 8 in a row. 8 seems to be his lucky number. He's rolling high, he's winning mini games, he's getting lots of coins, and he's got our first star. Maybe Luigi's game will definitely go better this time. And of course, that puts Yoshi right in line to get Baby Bowser next turn, and the star is very far away. So it's probably gonna be a bit before anyone gets that. Luigi landed on the bank space, though there's no coins in the bank because no one's passed by it yet. That definitely would have been fortunate if there were actually coins in there. Speaking of fortunate, Donkey Kong looks pretty fortunate, having a 41 coin lead at the beginning of turn 3. He has also won both minigames so far, being on the winning team last time. And a lot of 8s getting rolled. What is it with the number 8? Princess Peach deciding not to buy an item. Instead, going up this way to avoid losing 5 coins. Got another mini game already going on to Honeycomb Havoc, another new game. In Honeycomb Havoc, you take turns hitting the block that is either a 1 or a 2 on it. What number you get is how many fruits you collect. And the goal of this game is to be the last person standing, as you see that honeycomb rolling down there? You don't want that. If you get the honeycomb, you are out. This is also a good opportunity to pick up some bonus coins. But it's also pretty easy, depending on how many fruits are left, to manipulate it so the person behind you is forced to lose. Poor Donkey Kong kicked out first, not getting a 3rd minigame victory in a row. Let's see what else we have in store here. Some very tasty looking fruit rolling down. We've got oranges and grapes and strawberries and melons. And there were apples too. I wonder if they share sprites from Yoshi's story. Poor Luigi gets the bees! Not the bees! And here we go. Strategy is actually pretty important in this game. Counting out how many fruits are left and manipulating it so the last person standing doesn't get to the bees. I mean, of course, the last person standing, you know what I mean. Princess Peach taking victory on the 3rd minigame, or is that the 4th? No, that's the 3rd minigame. I'm pretty sure. I'm losing count already. I am still reeling from that first round. Trying to stay focused at the task at hand. Luigi not rolling an 8 this time. He gets himself a 2. He's still pretty far ahead of the rest of the group, and he's in line to get the next star. Donkey Kong choosing to spend some of his winnings and get himself a mushroom, probably wanting to overtake Luigi. Let's see what Yoshi's up to next. Rolling a 3. Oh, he's got to deposit 5 coins and he lands on a Bowser space. Oh my. The roulette spins. What will it be? 10 coins for Bowser. Pretty straightforward. Yoshi, unfortunately, loses 10 coins. Well, that's not the worst fate you can experience in that game. That roulette, I should say. Princess Peach rolling herself a 7, getting a second Bowser space in a row. Is this going to be Bowser's game, perhaps? Maybe he wants to be the superstar. Another roulette. Another 10 coins for Bowser. He's making off like a bandit. I mean, he does take the role of a bandit in this board, so yeah, it makes sense. Going forward, we've got a 2 versus 2 minigame. Balloon Burst. Balloon Burst is a returning minigame from Mario Party 1, though that was a 4-player minigame in that case. By timing their pumps at the pumps, the teams have to inflate their balloon until bursting. Whoever bursts the balloon first wins, and it looks like it's Luigi and Donkey Kong. How about that? That was pretty close right at the end. But in the end, the monkey wins again. Luigi and Donkey Kong both doing very well this game, though from what happened last time, doing very well early on does not necessarily mean anything. Luigi hitting a question mark space, taking the train for a ride, or the train's going for a ride on its own, rather. The train plays an important part in maneuvering around the board. And if you are in the path of the train after you hit a question mark space, you get knocked back to start. So it could be advantageous if someone's on the way to getting a star to either take the train or aim for that big green question mark to knock them out of the way and send them off course. So actually, you could even purposely hit yourself with the train in order to send yourself closer to the star. There we have the milk bar, but we don't seem to have enough coins to afford it right now. I believe it's 20 coins to trigger the event there. But if you go to the milk bar and decide to spend the money, you call all other players to that space on the board, which could also get someone out of the way of getting a star you don't want them to get. You don't have a choice if they have the money, and here we go, next minigame, we've got Dizzy Dancing. The players' controls are all screwed up because they're super dizzy, and they have to stumble their way to the center of the board to grab the music note. And you can fight along the way, too, in a drunken rage. But Yoshi claims that handily, getting himself, I think, his first minigame victory, aside from the ones he was on the 3-person team. Both Yoshi and Peach, not much really going their way so far. This is definitely the game of the plumber and the monkey so far. Luigi apparently does not like parties, and he's going to an item minigame. Again, forgive me, I cannot remember the name of this minigame off the top of my head, much like the last board. But the goal of this, Luigi has to pull that lever and stop the spinning train. Whatever item lands in front of him is the item he gets, and he gets a golden mushroom. Definitely looking like he's going for distance right now, because he can definitely get the next star, putting himself in a 2-star lead. Donkey Kong also does not like parties, which is unfortunate. Weird how they don't like parties, but they're in Mario Party. Okay, whatever. Everyone is suddenly bundled around this graveyard here. That's a little spooky. Princess Peach getting herself another red space. And another 1 versus 3 minigame. Move to the music! Now, Here's a question, do you like a game of Simon Says? Because that's essentially what this game is. Princess Peach performs some dance moves with various button and control stick inputs, and the players below have to replicate them in time to the music. It is a team effort because everyone's got specific buttons they have to press. Princess Peach essentially has to perform a dance so complex that it confuses her opponents and assures her a victory. But she didn't dance hard enough. Luigi and Yoshi taking it again, and that's the second 1 vs 3 game where Donkey Kong is getting knocked out but has won anyway because of his teammates. Which is interesting. Donkey Kong definitely looking like he's taking an early coin lead. But Luigi does not want him to get a star lead either, so he is using his golden mushroom, rolling a 5, rolling a 3, and rolling a 10. A nice solid 18 spaces. Is that enough to get him to the star, though? I am unsure. He does get to pay a visit to Boo first, though. Most likely stealing coins from Donkey Kong, yeah. I'm pretty sure we all saw that coming. I do also want to point out that how fast they're shaking the Boo up there is the equivalent of how fast they are pressing their theoretical A button. And they can press it much faster than a human, let me tell you. Luigi does indeed make it to the star, getting himself another one, trying to secure that first place. If at the end of the game he has 3 stars or more ahead, he can pretty much guarantee himself a victory. And there's the star space behind everyone, so it might be another while before they get to it. Let's see. Luigi paying up to the bank, bringing himself under 20 coins, but getting himself another item minigame. Maybe he'll get another golden mushroom. It is on there. Let's see. What does the Luigi want this time? And like clockwork, he gets himself another golden mushroom. He's got the timing down just right. Moving on, we've got Donkey Kong rolling himself a 6. Keeping the blue space, not too bad. Still has a pretty good coin lead, though Yoshi is catching up to him. And also landing on the same space as him consistently. Right now, Yoshi and Donkey Kong kind of a mirror image of each other. Princess Peach going down to visit Boo. Most definitely going for coins, but she is going after Luigi, trying to take away his lead just a little bit. Because Luigi may have a 2-star lead, but with only 19 coins, now down to 3, he can't exactly do much else. Oh, and Princess Peach finds a hidden block. It does not contain a star, but it contains 20 coins. Oh my goodness, Princess Peach suddenly overtaking the other two and going into second place. And we've got another 1 vs 3, the return of Filet Relay. I will definitely say, just by the name alone, this is one of my favorite Mario Party minigames. The whole concept of it is stupid creative and super goofy and really, really fun. Princess Peach taking the lead. You don't want to try and mash your way forward too fast or you will slip and fall. And it looks like the team of 3 is going to take this one. Yoshi, Peach, and Donkey Kong achieving some penguin-themed victory. Princess Peach getting herself up to 58 coins. I believe that does overtake Donkey Kong's previous coin lead. Donkey Kong and Yoshi are not far behind her. Luigi getting himself a 10. While he does have his 2-star lead, he does not have a lot of coins at the moment, which could hinder him getting the next star. But I believe there is also a Boo on the way. Donkey Kong with 50 coins, paying Boo to steal a star, You can't stop him from stealing stars. Here we go. Donkey Kong steals one of Luigi's stars out from under his mustachioed nose. Suddenly, we've got a pretty close race for first place here. They're only 1 coin away from each other, and they both got 1 star. Hopefully, spending all that money was worth it. Princess Peach paying a visit to the bank. And landed on a blue space, bringing us to our next 4-player minigame. Toad in the box! Once again, players have to try and get as many toads as they can. The first person to 5 toads wins. And Princess Peach screwing up the first roll. It's not terribly difficult to get those first couple toads. You definitely don't want to get the Bowser space because that stuns you for a long time. Pretty close game. Princess Peach making her way back to a respectable spot, but Donkey Kong already on his last toad. Can he get it with this block hit? No. Princess Peach is caught up. Luigi is caught up as well. It's really anyone's game at this point. The first person to get that another toad is the victor, and that goes to Princess Peach. I do wonder if it's theoretically possible to tie this game. I don't know if I've ever seen it happen. It would be very difficult for it to tie, but it still could happen. Princess Peach with 61 coins. Yoshi not far behind with 55. They definitely have a lot of coins in comparison to the people who've got stars right now. Luigi getting himself a blue space. Donkey Kong. What's he gonna get? Well, he's gonna get his money stolen first. And he is really down to only pennies in his pocket. Luigi just barely holding on to first place with 9 coins. And the princess, rolling a 5, getting another red space. And I feel like we've seen this situation before. Princess Peach is often on the 1 in the 1 versus 3 minigame department. And we've got another game, Look Away. Basically, Princess Peach up top has to look in the same direction as the people down below. If she does, she knocks them out of the game, and she has to knock all 3 of them out. A bit of an odd and confusing game, and a little frantic at times. With 5 rounds, there's a lot of opportunities to screw up and get knocked out. But this game could really go either way depending on how fast you are to the control stick. It can be fortunate to fake your opponent out. On the last round already, and remember, looking forward and not hitting the control stick is also a direction, but Princess Peach at the last round takes it, knocking all 3 of them out. Breaking the streak of 3 players winning the 3 versus 1 minigames. Unless I'm forgetting about something already, which is entirely possible. Luigi using his golden mushroom. Interesting. There is a boo on the way to the star, so he's either... Oh dear. Those are some pretty low rolls. Only gets himself an 11, and not the best result you want. But I believe he is going to be using Boo to steal from Donkey Kong? Luigi, you realize that Princess Peach has 68 coins, right? Boo, super excited of getting those 3 coins because it was all of Donkey Kong's money. But Luigi could have pretty easily had the star. Luigi deciding not to take a ride on the train. He could have stolen coins from Peach and gotten himself enough to get the next star, but instead he's got a grudge match going on with Donkey Kong, it seems. Probably a little bitter at him for stealing his star, honestly. Princess Peach and Yoshi still not doing much except for racking up money. Which isn't a bad thing at all. Next up, we've got Shy Guy Says, a returning game from the first Mario Party. You need to mimic what the shy guy at the bottom of the screen is doing. Luigi has already messed up on the first one. Wow, that is the quickest I've seen that game go. You've just got to raise the same flag as the shy guy, and they just didn't do it. They apparently really wanted Princess Peach to have 81 coins.